we're going to do this Fox Treks a little differently. Usually, we share a story and then apply a biblical principle. Today, we're still going to tell you a story, but we're going to give you the opportunity to suggest a biblical connection. Here we go. Tuesday afternoon, I stepped into our pantry and yelled to Mike, "Oh no, we've got a problem." I stared at the floor, which was buckled up and swollen from water damage.
To investigate, I changed into my oldest work clothes and ventured first into the attic and then into the crawl space. As I crawled under the house on my hands and knees, I had a little bit of a surprise when I discovered the dead snake caught in the rat trap which was placed by our pest control service. Well, I went deeper under the house and discovered water dripping down from the air conditioner condensation pipe.
Now, since our AC unit was only about a year old, we called our air conditioning company, hoping the leak might be covered under warranty. The appointment was scheduled for the next day, Wednesday.
After that, in preparation for hosting a big party for our church youth this weekend, I did what I do about once a year. I removed the grates from our outdoor grill, put them in the oven, and turned the oven on to self-clean.
Wednesday turned out to be an eventful day. First, we discovered the oven door was still locked shut from the self-clean cycle, and the oven had no power. We couldn't get the grill grates out because we couldn't even open the oven door.
We spent a couple of hours trying various tricks that we'd gleaned from YouTube videos and internet searches, but we still couldn't open the door. We thought maybe an internal fuse had blown, so we called an appliance repair company and scheduled a technician to come out to our house to make the repair the next day, Thursday.
About that time, the AC repairman arrived. He told us the leaking pipe would not be covered by our warranty. He quoted us an exorbitant price to replace the pipe, but also stated that this price would not include replacing the ruined floor or any necessary wall work. We said we'd think about it. After the AC guy left, Mike started tearing out the wall to see if it was a problem he could fix himself. 30 minutes later, I hear, "Oh my, I think I know what caused the problem."
I could not believe it. There was a dead bird in the wall, and the pipe beside it was all chewed up. After I got some gloves to remove the bird, I saw rat droppings underneath the bird. It appears the bird and the rat may have worked together to peck and chew a hole in my pipe. Believe it or not, we have a contracted pest control service whose job it is to keep rodents and birds and snakes from coming into our home. So we scheduled an appointment with our pest control service for the next day, Thursday.
As Mike was cleaning up the mess, I hear, "Barb, quick, get me a rag and some duct tape, now!" I grabbed the supplies and ran into the pantry. I see him plugging the pipe hole with his finger, like the little Dutch boy at the dam. When he removed his finger, water gushed out of the pipe.
Now, AC condensation should be a slow drip, not a gush. So I figured there must also be a blockage in the pipe. So I went outside and sure enough, the end of the pipe was blocked.
But there's more. After Mike came in, we continued cleaning up the mess caused by removing the wall in the pantry. And about that time, a thunderstorm struck, with heavy rain pelting the house. As I stood over Mike in that removed wall area, I felt a water droplet on my arm. We had a second leak that had nothing to do with the PVC pipe. We scheduled a visit with our roofing company for the next day.
Then we headed off to choir practice. Pretend we told you about our 2 leaks, wildlife issues, and broken stove. Then asked you for some ideas for a Fox Treks video log for this week. Give us some thoughts related to a Bible passage or a biblical principle for any part of the story. We'll try to use some of them as inspiration for future vlogs.
They can be funny, serious, long, or short. Just give us some ideas. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. And thank you so much for trekking with the Foxes.